Hi, I'm Morgan.
And I'm Stevie.
And welcome to the Unhinged Smut Book Club podcast. I know that dick anywhere.
I was reading that and I was like, good for her.
He deserves to be pegged.
Because I hate being in the mind of a man. That sounds like hell, and I'm mentally ill. My mind is scary.
You're the hot jock with the thick thighs. We get it.
Do they kiss?
No.
They kiss other parts of their bodies.
Stevie's thoughts on penises and porn.
We discuss the most unhinged smut that the publishing world has to offer.
It's a book club, but for sluts. Hey, girl.
The plague has passed.
The plague has passed.
I'm still pregnant.
You're still pregnant.
Can't breathe, it's fine.
Will you still be pregnant when this episode airs?
TBD.
That is this episode airs in 10 days.
I would love another October baby. Just really leaning into the spooky
I was going to say,
of it all.
Just really leaning into coven.
Yeah.
Covet.
Absolutely.
2 October babies.
The math is mathing.
Both girls.
Meant to be.
Spooky.
My younger sister has 2 kids who are both October babies as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the 4 of them will be like almost exactly a year apart from each other.
Really?
And my mom is already like, Stevie, I'm really going to need you to coordinate with her when you have birthday parties because I don't want to have to miss one, or your stepdad go to one and I go to another. And so I need you to be considerate of us when that time comes. And I'm like, I think it'll be okay.
Yeah.
We will sort it out. Just one giant group party. It'll be fine.
Yeah, why not? Well, that was already kind of the plan with Coco and Taylor and me, right? Is both of Taylor's babies, in theory, born in November, because her first one is. And then Coco's baby girl, born in November. I'm in November. Maybe we'll have another baby in November. Could. And it just
a huge party across the globe.
Friendsgiving is about to be lit.
Right? Oh, if only we could all be together for Friendsgiving.
I know.
Believe
me, I know. The hardest part.
Tear. Anyways, expat life. Should we do some little self-promo?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're looking for ways to support us, which is so sweet of you.
It's so sweet.
Sweet. What a kind, generous person you are. Did you know that we have a bookshop.org storefront? When you shop using our bookshop.org storefront, you not only help make our podcasting dreams come true, because we get a small commission from the website, but you also help keep small independent bookshops running because a portion of your purchase goes to supporting an indie bookshop of your choice. So you can find the link to our storefront in the episode description. And there we link all of the books we read for the podcast and the ones that we talk about in our monthly reading wrap-up. So all the books we read.
Sometimes, yeah. Some of them aren't available for sale on bookshop.org, and we talk about a lot of books in our monthly wrap-up, so they are not all there. But
yeah, we do our best. We do our best.
It's a lot. But if you are perusing on our bookshop.org storefront, thank you so much for that. We really appreciate any and all support. Other ways to support us, tell your friends about the pod.
Yes.
Find your unhinged besties out in the world and tell your friends about the pod. We love that.
Yes, please do. It's one of my favorite podcasts, Two Girls, One Ghost says join our pyramids game. And
love that.
Tell 2 friends about us. It's cute. I love them.
Cute.
But today we're covering Hollow by our girl, C.M. Nascosta. I love that woman. So we've recently covered one of her books last month, I believe.
Yep.
We read Morning Glory Milking Farm. So just to refresh your memory on the goddess that is C.M. Nascosta, she is an author and professional procrastinator from Cleveland, Ohio. As a child, she thought that living on Lake Erie meant one was eerie by nature, and her corresponding love of all things strange and unusual started young. She's always preferred beasts to boys, the macabre to the milquetoast, and unknown darkness and the shadows to the Chad next door. She lives in a crumbling old Victorian with a scaredy cat Dachshund every time I read that word, like I would say dachshund, but then I read the word and I'm like, that's not how I should say it.
I've always said it dachshund.
Yeah.
In my brain.
Dachshund.
Very German word.
Yeah. Where she writes non-traditional romances featuring beastly boys with equal parts heart and heat, and is waiting for the Hallmark Channel to get with the program and start a Paranormal Lovers series. Truly. Also, shout out to Morgan for knowing my pregnancy brain was not going to be able to process milk toast spelled the way that it is supposed to be spelled. So a few of her other series, she has the Cambric Creek, the Cambric Creek series, a spinoff from that, which is Girls Weekend. She has Monsters in Love and a whole bunch of other holiday-themed monster and paranormal romance novellas, including the one we read today, Hollow, which would you like to read the back of book description?
Oh boy, would I. This spooky season, we bring you 2 short tales of Sleepy Hollow to heat your chilly autumn nights. Whether you're in the modern Sleepy Hollow Polo Club locker room or traveling by moonlight across the famous bridge, the horseman rides, seeking some head. Ichabod Crane, Sleepy Hollow's new schoolmaster, is on the prowl. After he happens upon 2 members of the Polo Club in flagrante delicto in the club's locker room, he can't get the image or the sounds of the headless hedonist out of his mind. Katrina Van Tassel and the Headless Horseman. Katrina Van Tassel has a terrible gift. Since infancy, she has been able to see the spirits of strangers and departed loved ones all around her, as easily as she's able to see her neighbors. Life tethered to death, and she's learned to ignore them all. Katrina is no stranger to the wants of ghosts and men alike, but when this schoolmistress moves to Sleepy Hollow, she finds the wants of one particular man and one particular ghost too much to simply ignore.
This was a ride.
Let's get into the tropes and trigger warnings. And I will tell you, my friends, Stevie and I were trying to, no pun or lewdness intended, cram this in. Because I will be gone at the end of the month. My dad is coming into town. So we were like, all right, we got to get this recorded. Because I leave, it's Thursday and I leave on Tuesday. So
I think let's break up
the 2 of them.
Yeah. So let's start with Ichabod Crane's story.
The modern Sleepy Hollow.
Yes.
This is an all-male, male.
You get one voyeuristic scene of a man and woman.
You do. And he alludes to the fact that he has slept with women in the past.
Yeah, he explicitly describes it.
But the actual romance that he's a part of, the main character is a part of, is all male. Male. There, it's boy on boy. There's boys kissing boys. Kissing boys.
Do they kiss?
No.
They kiss other parts of their bodies. Not mouths, though.
Hang on. Have you ever used the website romance.oi?
I don't think I have.
.io. Romance.io. It is a website. It has so many books. It will give you, it's kind of like a website for just romance books where other readers can submit their reviews and things like that. But it will also give you the tags for them. Oh, and so sometimes if I'm stuck on what are the tags for this book going to be, I'll see what other people have said about the books. And so
there you go.
Oh, excuse me. This helps. So monster romance, obviously.
Yeah.
Paranormal. There is some voyeurism.
Lots of voyeurism.
There is kind of the jock nerd dynamic in the first one.
A little bit of a humiliation kink.
Kink. There is a fantasy element to it. I think that goes hand in hand with the voyeurism.
Yeah.
Some exhibitionism. Some public sex. Yeah. There is a menage situation. That's really what we've got covered for the first book.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, we could even call it, if we wanted to, a coworker romance.
Yeah, technically. But, I mean, this was not even smut with a plot. This was just smut.
Especially the first one.
This was porn. Yeah, I meant specifically the first one.
Yeah.
So do you want to give a quick summary of the not-so plot of this? The overarching concept of this sex scene?
It is just 3 sex scenes loosely strung together with other words, isn't it? And that's it. There you go. That's all, folks. That's the the summary of today's book. No, so Ichabod Crane is the new schoolmaster in town. He, as part of like being the headmaster for this like private elite school in this very rich area, he has access to the polo club and the racket courts, and he loves to laud this. And he comes into the locker room to hear a very wet, very sloppy set of blowjobs happening. There are 2 blowjobs happening, and you're like, how is that possible? Well, reader, you soon find out after a lot of detail. So much detail. That it's actually 2 headless horsemen, and they've swapped heads, and they are blowing each other
with their decapitated heads. Yeah.
Yep. And Ichabod's watching, and when the amount of times the word fellate was said,
it's all, he's like a hoity-toity, like,
oh my god, this guy
nerd.
loves Edgar Allan Poe and
a thesaurus.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So after the 2 men have finished filleting each other, Ichabod realizes that one of the men is none other than Brom Bones, the polo coach and local polo star of the small town of Sleepy Hollow. And he's like, ugh, that was hot until now I know who it is, and not anymore. I hate this. And he winds up kind of like dreaming and fantasizing about this. He walks in on them on another day, and the 2 men are now fucking each other in the showers. And that time he masturbates while watching them. And you cut to another scene of Ichabod trying to woo Katrina von Tassel, who lives in town, who is like a rich farmer's daughter, and he really wants to woo her and date her, and he has a date lined up for her. He's sent out to the stables to go find her, only to find she's under an apple tree, riding the face of Brom Bones.
The decapitated face.
The decapitated face of Brom Bones. And then rides Brom Bones, and Brom Bones takes his head and puts it up against her. So he's licking her clit while fucking her.
So it's like a 1-person threesome situation.
Yeah, I guess.
It just sounds really convenient. I'm not going to lie. I was reading that and I was like, good for her.
Good for her.
I too would fuck a headless horseman in that.
Absolutely.
Given that opportunity.
Absolutely. And so Ichabod is like, well, I know what I've been beat. I will see myself out.
Right.
I cannot compete with that.
You know, kudos to you having that kind of
self-awareness.
Self-awareness, yeah. Being so grounded in reality.
A few days after that happens, Brom Bones comes into Ichabod's office and is like, have you been enjoying your view? And Ichabod's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
And Brom Bones is like, yes, you do.
Should I say views? There's been more than one occasion. You've spied on me. So here's the deal, Ichabod. What's your game? You play racquetball. If I beat you at your own game, I'm going to fuck you. And Ichabod was like, well, what if I win? And he's like, okay, sure. If you win, I'm still going to fuck you, but then you can also fuck my head.
Yeah, but I'll like suck your dick at the same time.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Ichabod loses. Ichabod knew he was going to lose.
Duh.
And Ichabod winds up, in the showers, getting fucked by Brom Bones. And then Brom Bones' bud comes over, and we got some type of, not human centipede, but human train going on here of just 3 men going at it in the showers.
Yeah.
All together. And there's a lot of different positioning that happens.
Ichabod ends up getting spit roasted.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Good for her. Men really do have everything easier. They can be airtight with just 2 penises.
Truly.
Ugh. Bitches. I'm really glad that nobody knows that my family doesn't know about this podcast and say shit like this. Anyway, Brom Bones and his buddy spit roast Ichabod Crane. Everybody finishes. They have a really great time. And Brom Bones says, the next time you're in the locker room, you should join us.
He says, join in or like,
fuck off, basically.
You weirdo.
Yep.
Like,
which is kind of like the humiliation thing of it all.
He also says, like, he does end up letting Ichabod fuck his decapitated head.
Yeah.
That's a sentence I didn't think I would ever say in my life.
There were so many sentences that I said, I have never seen those words strung together like that ever before. And I never will again.
Or no. That's not what he says. He does like threaten him. Like, he's like, if you drop my head, I'm going to fuck you up. But,
if you drop my head, I'm going to break your back. Because Ichabod's getting his back blown out, literally and metaphorically. And he says, I want to fuck your face, basically. Yeah. And he's like, but you didn't win. And Ichabod's like, I know, please. And he's like, you know what? Fine. Here, I'll be gracious.
Yeah. But what I was thinking of was like, basically, Brom Bones was like, you don't come until I tell you to, unless you want to lick it up off the bathroom floor. Gross. Humiliation. That was like, I was like, oh, this is what we're into. Okay. So anyways, how did we feel about this one? I don't even think we need to break up our like critiques, loved, smut. It's just going to be a conglomerate.
Okay. Reading these two books, and I will say this one especially, it has never been clearer to me that I am not straight.
I did not like being in a straight man's mind. I didn't like that.
I hate it.
Straight man did that.
I didn't like being in a man's mind.
There you go. Yeah. Because he wasn't giving gay. It was just giving...
horny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Predatory.
A little bit.
Looking at...
Because he talks about like taking advantage of like the moms who want their kids to go to the school and like blah, 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 blah. And I'm like...
Right. And he does... Gross. I mean, it does very much touch on like... If you think about, like the rich moms who cheat on their husbands because their husbands are never around, like that's really what he's talking about when he talks about these moms. But hang on. This phrase kept happening over and over again, and it really pissed me off. His somewhat transient lifestyle rarely led itself to serious relationships, and while he was adept at identifying the mothers who were most likely to get on their knees for him, these sorts of relationships took time. The gilding of such cock-hungry lilies needed to be undertaken with a careful hand. And that phrase happened more than once. Yeah,
you could just tell he like hates women. And so I was like, he deserves to be taken down a peg by a douche. Like,
he deserves to be pegged.
Literally. Yeah. Yeah. In a way that makes him be like, that felt really good, but I kind of feel like shit about myself after.
As you should. I did not like Ichabod Crane. I kind of hated him. And the amount of times I said, I'm going to put this book down. I swear to God.
I'm glad this one was very short. The first part was very short. Because it was also just like so gratuitous.
Yeah. Every page.
Yeah.
Every page.
Yeah.
He was either watching someone getting fucked, or he was thinking about it. Or he was, it was just in the mind of like a prowling man at all times. He's no stranger to the sound of a sloppy blowjob.
Okay, congratulations.
So I will say that there's really not much.
I mean, I liked the gay stuff. I'm into that.
See, and I usually am into that, but because of how gratuitous it was and how aggressive Ichabod was in terms of his prowling and his entitlement to it, I was not into it. Drier. I don't think I've ever been drier before.
That's so funny.
Which is, oh my God. No, I'm just going through the things that I highlighted and I'm like, why was that said?
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
But one thing about C.M. Nascosta is she loves a penis. She loves an uncircumcised penis specifically.
And a ball sack.
And a ball sack.
So much.
She describes these things with such reverence. Good for any man who ends up with her. Tell you what, because she...
I know. This is, again, why I say reading CM Nascosta books really just highlights for me that I am not 100% straight. That is, I'm not even close.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why?
And I usually like her male characters. This was like a, whoa, okay.
Yeah, well,
A little bit of a curveball from
with
her.
the Ichabod Crane story, I was like, I did like Brom. I feel like Brom's characterization was exactly what you would expect it to be.
Yeah. And not in a way of like, where I'm like, ooh, book boyfriend, but in like a...
Okay, I see this for you.
Okay.
Yeah. You're the jock. You're the hot jock with the thick thighs.
Yeah.
We get it.
Yeah. Because like the thing is, and I have always said this...
Tell me what you've always said.
You can pick one thing to be. You can be mean, dumb, or ugly. Cannot be all three. Sometimes, depending on how...
Not ugly you are, you could be two things.
Yeah. Sometimes. That's extremely rare.
Yeah. You have to be really fucking hot to get away with it. Or really fucking smart.
Yeah. And so, Ichabod was not smart enough to be as condescending as he was to women and just a scrawny little man bitch.
He was. And he highlights that himself all the time. That, like, if Brom was to fuck him, he would pick him up like a rag doll.
Yeah. And it sounds like Brom is hot enough to be kind of a douche. And average level of intelligence.
It's what you would expect from someone like Brom. Which is why I didn't hate him.
Exactly.
Whereas Ichabod, on the other hand, I'm like, bro...
Yeah.
You said you could disappear if you turned sideways. You do not need to be talking about anybody. You shut your mouth.
Yeah.
You're going to get snapped like a pencil. He's basically like the walking wet version of like a wet cigarette is what he looks like. Like a Maddie Healy type bitch, you know?
Yeah.
Just rat boy.
Yes.
Just tall and like if you were going to combine like a walking cigarette with Gru from Despicable Me, like that's
my God.
just like thin Gru out a little bit because Gru's
God.
pretty broad.
Yeah.
That is exactly how I pictured Ichabod Crane.
Scrawny Gru. That's so funny. Oh
is it not what you're picturing now?
Now I can't unpicture it. But yeah, honestly, I think that's all I have to say about the first one.
Yeah.
Is
not
the shower scene was hot.
Which one? They all took
was...
place in the shower.
The last one, the like main one. It was hot. I love how much CM loves a penis and male genitalia.
I love that for her. I don't know if I love that for me as a reader.
Sometimes it like, because otherwise it's just like a big fat cock, and I'm like, huh. But she's like describes it with such reverence. Where I'm like, is this beautiful?
It's not.
Wow.
No.
Yeah. No, it's not. Most of them aren't. Every now and then,
you're just like that
one...
anime meme with the butterfly right now. Is this beautiful?
Yeah. No, it's not. Every now and then you see one, and it's like, oh, okay, that one is nice. You should send pictures of that to other people. You should be in the porn industry. This makes sense. I hate it when a person with a weird penis is in a porno, and it's just like... How were you hired? Because I don't care how performative the person you are teamed up with is being. I don't believe it. Because I have eyes. Anyways, that's a whole other tangent.
I have nothing to contribute to that because I am, as a person who has feelings about everything, I have no feelings. I have no opinions.
I have very strong opinions about penises and porn. Very high standards.
That's a different episode.
That's some Patreon shit. Oh, man.
Could you just imagine like a 15-minute audio file of like Stevie's thoughts on penises and porn?
Absolutely.
And it's just you ranting into a microphone.
Listen, this is going to sound like an inappropriate connection, but bear with me. I became a teacher for a reason, and it's because I like to yap.
Okay.
I like to force people to sit there and listen to things that I find interesting, whether they think it's interesting or not.
That's the most middle child thing you've ever said before in your entire life.
Yeah.
And also the most Taurus thing you've ever said before. You were like, I don't have a captive audience. I have a hostage audience.
Also the most neurodivergent thing of just like, this is my special interest. We got to stop. We have to stop or I'm going to be really annoying. Okay. Reel it in. That's enough about
You as a teacher?
me as a teacher,
And
about
this
Ichabod
book?
Crane, about male, multiple heads may or may not be attached to bodies, shower scenes. And it brings us to the next part. But the next part, I really enjoyed. I had to read it really fast,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed it.
Same?
It was like, okay, this is my girl. This is what I expect from her. Also from the perspective of a woman, because I hate being in the mind of a man. That sounds like hell, and I'm mentally ill. My mind is scary. And I'm like, I'd prefer it up here than I do in the mind of a man. Any day. Any day.
So, it's some tropes and trigger warnings for the Katrina von Tassel Headless Horseman.
Yes, which is a lot more traditional Sleepy Hollow vibes.
Correct. This is obviously paranormal monster romance. There is a Headless Horseman / ghost involved.
A lot of dubcon situations with her and her housing stuff. Not in
Yeah.
a hot way.
Not in a hot way. She's a single lady. She's this is, what did you say, 1600s maybe? 1800s?
1800s at the latest.
Yeah, Victorian.
Maybe early 1800s.
Victorian-ish era. So she's a single unwed woman who's...
Wait, no, it has to be like early 1800s because it talks about like someone her age being the child of a redcoat person, which is Revolutionary War, which is end of 1700s. So it's probably like 1800.
Got it. She's an unmarried young woman who travels from town to town and is educating people. So
Educating young girls.
Educating young girls, teaching them how to read and teaching them their numbers. That's really it in terms of, I mean, like, he's a ghost.
He's a ghost.
She's
Other than that,
sleeping around-ish. There is some dubious consent.
yeah, there's some, because back in the day, school teachers would kind of hop around the houses in town. Like, people would take turns hosting them as part of payment for them educating the town, is giving them room and board. And so some places the like husband or the man of the house would be an icky skis ball, and she would be like, she's in a situation where like there's only so much no she can get away with, but also it's to project her reputation. Anyway, so she's just given a lot of
hand jobs.
Yeah, a lot of unenthusiastic hand jobs. Okay, getting into the description.
Yeah, go for it.
So, Katrina von Tassel is a traveling school teacher who finds herself in Sleepy Hollow and actually really likes it there, is like very dedicated to making sure young women are able to read and write so that they have at least a certain degree of independence and aren't just like getting married off to the first person who can take care of them. Another thing about her is she's a spooky bitch and she can see ghosts, and she always has been able to.
That's right.
And so, like, you see her kind of seeing at one house the man's widower, the man's late wife. And at this house, seeing the woman she's staying with, late husband, and the, like, judgy lady who hangs out at the church, and blah, 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 blah.
The people in the cemetery,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
it's
just everywhere.
Yeah, and it's just a passive part of her existence. She doesn't interact with them all of that much, it seems. And then she hears about this legend of the Headless Horseman who comes out when the leaves start to change color and then leaves before winter. And she's like, weird, I see ghosts and I haven't seen him, but I guess I haven't been here in the fall yet. And so fall comes around and she is riding at night by herself from one place to another on horseback, and she hears a horse pulling up behind her, and like instinctually she knows it's a ghost, like it's not a real person. And her mindset is like, treat them how you would treat a living person, and usually your interactions are positive. And so she kind of like pulls over a bit and like gives them way to walk past her, but they don't. And then
turns out they're super far behind her.
Yeah. And so she eventually realizes it's the Headless Horseman, but he's just like tips his headless hat at her and carries on his merry way. And she's like, okay. And then she's like giving private tutoring lessons. So like every weeknight she's going from one end of town to the other on horseback at night by herself. And he starts accompanying her each time, and she's getting more and more comfortable, and she just starts yapping at him, talking about her past and her life and blah, 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 blah. And then she starts being like, damn, he's kind of hot for a headless guy.
He listens to me so well.
I like just looking at how thick his thighs are. He's probably schlang-a-langin'. So she is sort of seeing, she has like a situationship with this guy in town, Brom Bones, who is like the town heartthrob. Everyone wants to marry him.
He's giving Gaston.
Very much so. Very much so. And so she is like, I don't want to marry him. She doesn't seem to really want to marry anybody.
No, she would like to maintain her independence.
Yeah, very much so. And like be able to keep doing what she's doing, because that is, I mean, this wasn't touched on, but this is just a thing I know. Back in the day, only unmarried women could be school teachers. And once you got married, you were not eligible to teach anymore, which is weird and stupid, but that's how it was anyways. And so she is fucking the town heartthrob who everyone else wants to marry. And she's just like, I'll use you for your body, even though you have never once made me orgasm. But no one else has either. So she's like, this is just what sex is. And then eventually, I think on Halloween night.
Yep.
She does fuck the Headless Horseman.
Yeah, he becomes like, more corporeal as the month of October goes on.
Yes, that's how it happens.
Because he winds up saving her from her horse. Her horse got spooked by a fox and was about to throw her off, and he saved her. Yeah. And he was like corporeal for only just a moment to save her.
Grab her arm.
And then passed right through her. Mm-hmm. And she was like,
oh shit.
Oh.
This is a possibility. Okay.
Ew.
What that mouth do? Oh wait. Oh man. And so yeah, she fucks the Headless Horseman on Halloween night, because that's when he can become that corporeal, because the veil is the thinnest. And he gives her the ride of her life. She's like, I didn't think that was physically possible. She's fully dickmatized to where she's like, I want to marry the dead ghost Headless Horseman.
Yeah, I want to live my life with this Headless Horseman.
Yeah. And so you kind of do like, her fucking the Headless Horseman's kind of a flashback to like a year prior, and then you're back in like the next Halloween time, the next fall. And she is, you know, like talking to this woman who is giving her room and board and just getting like the town gossip. And the woman's like, oh, we all have our secrets. Like, take Brom Bones, for example. Like, his father died in the Revolutionary War. And, but funny thing, his mother gave birth to him over a year after his quote unquote father left. And if you ask this, like the oldest lady in town who has all of the tea and sees everything, she was fucking all of the German Hessian soldiers.
And his daddy apparently was a short blonde man. And Brom Bones is a big old tall beastie man with dark brown hair.
Who also is like specializes in horseback riding. And because she has been fucking Brom Bones, she's like, if I close my eyes, I can picture him as the Headless Horseman. And then she goes, oh my God, I know who his dad is. It is the Headless Horseman. It's gotta be.
It's gotta be.
And she just sounds like a hunch.
I know that dick anywhere.
Call it women's intuition. Yeah. And then she's like, okay, well, the Headless Horseman is looking for like a head that fits his.
And legend has it, if he finds his head, he becomes human again.
Yeah. And like his son like fills a void, barely. But like,
Wink.
What if I could kind of have both? I bet because like genetically, his son's head would be the right fit.
Yeah. So it's to say though that like this is all inferred. You're
getting this as you're reading.
Yeah. You're getting inferences of this. It's not, she doesn't have this epiphany.
Yeah.
She basically fucked Brom all summer. It's coming down to fall time. She's been seeing the Headless Horseman on the nightly ride. She knows it's coming when he could be corporeal again. And the woman that Brom has been courting is like back from traveling all summer. Her dad's a rich farmer. And they're at this party at their house, and she's like teasing Brom from across the room all night. And she like gets up and goes to leave. And he's like, where are you going? What are you doing?
She's like, you're flirting with this other woman, like putting on this whole show. And then
she's like, I'm leaving. And he's
I'm
like,
going on a ride with or without you.
Yep.
And then runs off so that he'll chase her. And then Headless Horseman comes around the corner and she goes, I brought you your head. And she goes to, what is it, the graveyard?
The graveyard at the church.
And is just like, I'm going to wait here because like I don't actually want to see what's happening. I want to remove myself emotionally from the fact that I led this man who I have been sharing my bed with for about a year now.
Longer.
Probably, yeah.
I let him to his
demise. To his death at the hands of his own father. And also I've been fucking a father-son duo, which honestly, good for her. She deserves it. I support women's rights and wrongs.
Especially women's wrongs.
Yeah. And sure enough, her hunch was correct because the head fit perfectly. And he dicks her down into oblivion. And
fully speaking German.
Yeah, speaking German. He still has like a very obvious neck wound, right? Because it would look like Brom Bones because his father has a similar build and now has his head, but now can't speak English. Has this like weird neck injury. And so she's like, we're
gonna have to leave.
You're with her like processing like how they're gonna make this life work and if she can stay in town or if she can't. But meanwhile, she's like, as long as I have him waist down, I don't care where I'm at. We'll figure it out. And that's it.
And that's really it.
Yeah. But
she does surmise that she can probably just say that like Brom got into an accident and like keep him hidden away all winter. And if people were willing to overlook the fact that, you know, Brom never looked like his late father.
Bastard. Yeah.
That like maybe they'd be very accepting of this new version of Brom.
Yeah.
End scene.
And that's it. Okay, so how do we feel about this one?
I liked this one a lot more.
Significantly more. This is way more on par with what I expect from Sam Nascosta.
I literally was telling Mr. Morgan last night as I was reading the Ichabod Crane one in bed.
Yeah.
And I kept like just putting my hand in my face in my hand. And I was like, no, shaking my head. And he was like, what is wrong? And I'm like, I cannot believe that this is the same woman that wrote the masterpiece that is Morning Glory Milking Farm. Like reading the Ichabod Crane story, and then I read Katrina von Tassel's story, and I was like, oh, this is much closer to what I would expect from CM Nascosta. So I don't know if she was doing some type of character study.
She was like maybe just too not enough in her fantasy world because she made men just like too real. And I'm like, I like you because you make men written by women.
Yeah, you make filthy gentlemen's.
Yes, and these are not. These are just filthy.
Frat boys.
Yeah. Yeah, but this one was a lot better. Brom was like a bit of a douche, but like served his purpose.
Again,
in the
it's
second
giving
one.
Gaston. It's giving.
Yeah.
It's exactly the characterization you would expect from him.
Yeah, which is like fine enough. And then, you know, Headless Horseman, slang-a-lang-in, has some chivalry.
He tips his hat.
But he's the strong silent type. And then you can just kind of do exactly what Katrina did and, you know, put whatever personality you want on him and be like, I'm going to put all my eggs in that basket. I'm going to get this guy killed so that I can find out if I'm in love with this man. And even if I'm not in love with this man, so be it. There are worse fates. Which who among us hasn't been there?
She's like, I know he fucks.
Yeah.
I know he fucks. And I need to lock that shit down.
Honestly, I made some really dumb choices for men significantly less endowed than how this man is described. So I can't judge. I get it. I like this one. I liked the twist on the original Sleepy Hollow. I like that there was no Ichabod Crane because I got enough of him in the first part.
Yeah, Ichabod Crane.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. I don't know if I could have like switched headspace enough, even if she completely switched his characterization.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he was left out. And
I liked when Katrina showed him the pumpkin patch and let it slip that's what the townspeople thought he had for a head. And then later he took someone's head and left a smashed pumpkin. I was like, there's the lore. There's the tale.
I love that they made it so that he only kills people who suck. Except for Brom. Brom wasn't quite the level of suckage, but he got like a second life, sort of. He got to meet his dad. You're welcome.
Yeah, it just really... this story had the build that I'm used to from CM Nascosta.
It was almost longer than it needed to be.
Almost.
Yeah. Like if you...
We could have shortened the time in between.
Yeah. First one could have used a little bit more plot. This one... there's just a lot of detail that was like, I could have lived without that. I don't
This
need
one
it.
also was gratuitous with how horny it was. Like, Katrina is thinking about getting dicked down on almost every single page.
Yeah. But it's okay when a woman does it. Unlike Ichabod.
But this one had a build of romance. Again, you can put whatever personality you want onto a man who doesn't speak.
That's my favorite kind of man.
A man who doesn't speak. He would never have a podcast.
Never.
Ever.
As he shouldn't.
The one man who probably deserves a microphone.
Debatable.
But this one was nice. I did enjoy the pacing of it. I enjoyed the independence of this woman. I enjoyed the recognition that like young women do need to be learning to read and write. And she frames it as like they'll be able to take care of their households better as they get older and they get married. But
she had like a full character other than being horny. Of like you knew what she was passionate about and like her trials and tribulations.
There was love triangles. There was at least one man in her life that took her in that like was not trying to be handsy with her and like deeply respected her.
Yeah.
I liked that she wound up in a house of that man who died, you know, of just like all of these women and they're just like kiki and having a really great time. Yeah. It was a really fun, smutty read.
It was like a perfect Halloween smutty read.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Right level of creepy, right level of like, ooh, a little bit of gore. Oh, yeah, for trigger warnings, I guess violence and decapitation. But if you're reading something about the fucking Headless Horseman, that's on you.
Yeah. Like, it never even occurred to me that we would need to cover that because it's the Headless Horseman.
Duh.
I would say if you are going to read Hollow by CM Nascosta, skip the Ichabod Crane part of it and just read.
I think there's a very specific type of reader who is going to be all about that.
Well, okay, so from these two bisexual perspectives,
valid.
From these two misandrists, from your local misandrists, skip the Ichabod Crane story and just read Katrina and the Headless Horseman story, because that is really where this book shines.
And that's the Halloween-y bit too, like which I think is why someone would pick this up. Yeah. The Ichabod one doesn't feel Halloween-y.
And the cover art as well is Katrina and the Headless Horseman. Yeah. In their Victorian era clothes, on horses, you know, like
being hot.
Getting sexy in the forest. Yeah. I could have really done without the Ichabod Crane. Modern day. Also, what is that man doing as a school headmaster to where he's having to travel from town to town to town?
Fucking too many moms.
Fucking too many moms.
Getting caught.
Ew.
Yeah.
Get out of here. I'm going to run that man out of my town.
Mm-hmm. As you should.
Ugh. Hate him. He's about to be a Headless Horseman. Fuck his shit up.
Anyways, what is our novella for next month?
I will tell you that because that one is all me because next month it is my birthday.
And we get a silly goofy. So silly goofy. Oh my God, it is. It's your birthday month and we're reading fucking...
Mate.
Give me the author's name.
Allie Hazelwood.
We're reading Allie Hazelwood, which is your girl. And this silly thing that you found. Please read me the description.
This one, as I was like packing up to come over here to record this, I was like, I truly don't know how many more of these terrible novellas I have in me. Like, this.
And then you're the one finding them.
I'm picking them.
You're very much picking them. So our Thanksgiving / Morgan birthday novella.
It is called Full Sack by Layla Faye. And it is a Thanksgiving erotica, part of a series called Monster Ever After. He can procure anything. His price? To be paid on her knees. When Jennifer's cat falls ill, her only chance to save him is to find Raccoon, the elusive dealer in all things rare or impossible. Some call him a wizard because anything one asks for, he can give for a price, which Jen is ready to pay. Raccoon's secret power is her only hope, so she will gladly take his magic wand in her mouth and do as he says. Except Raccoon doesn't want her to kneel or open up. He wants to be Jen's date to her family's Thanksgiving. And Jennifer would rather choke on him and be done, because if Raccoon keeps pushing, she might develop a case of feelings. He's just too perfect with that masculine physique, uncanny eyes, and filthy mouth. Except Raccoon is not what he seems, and falling for a monster man with a sack full of magic is the last thing Jen needs.
Yeah. So I bet that is going to be Pulitzer winning stuff. And I can't wait. Can't wait. We're going to have so much fun.
The content note contains supernatural themes and ridiculous anatomy features, as well as flavored monster cream.
Those are 3 things that we do indeed love.
Yes, those are complaints at every pod when they don't have those things. Mm-hmm. The thing that usually happens in the epilogue is a part of the actual story, so beware, read responsibly, and please don't try this at home.
Oh, God. I'm concerned.
Initially, it was going to be like a reverse harem book of like this, like a slut wife book, where basically this woman married to her husband and they're like, let's fuck around with your friends. And then I had just been, I don't know what I was searching for,
but it found you.
And it was a picture of a 6-pack of abs with a Thanksgiving turkey on the cover, and I was like, his name's Raccoon.
His name's Raccoon.
This is the one. This is the fucking one.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be terrible. I'm gonna hate it.
It's gonna be terrible. I can't wait.
So find us for that at the end of November. Mm-hmm. I'm so excited.
It's Morgan's birthday. You have to read it.
It's my birthday.
It's the law.
So that's that. We didn't rate though.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I mean, first part, a 1 star. I wouldn't have read that if it wasn't for the podcast. But the second part, like a solid, for what it was, for a smutty.
I'd give it like 3 stars.
Novella. I was gonna say like 3. Yeah, 3.5.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
The Unhinged. Let's give it. Oh no, we do spice level next. Let's give it a spice level.
I mean 5.
Yeah. Every single page.
Lumping them together, 5 for sure.
Even individually.
Yeah.
A lot of spice.
So much
on these pages.
That's what it's there for. And Unhinged level. The first one, 5.
Yeah.
That was bananagrams. The second one, I mean, I guess a good 4.
Yeah, she leads a man to his demise to give his head to her ghost lover.
Yeah.
That's
pretty bananas. She sees ghosts. She's fucking a ghost. She is like, oh, that's your daddy? I'm going to let him kill you so that I can continue to fuck you both. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a solid 4. So overall, the whole book as an unhinged, I would say 4.5.
Yeah.
It's a pretty unhinged concept of books. I am really glad we read that and got that out of our systems.
Me too. It needed to happen. Okay,
well, that is it for today's episode of the Unhinged Smut Book Club. Thanks for reading with us. I'm Morgan.
And I'm Stevie. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe so you never miss an episode filled with chaos, kink, and questionable literary choices.
Until next time, keep it spicy.